That's what we'll keep an eye on. See the red light? That one. I can kind of see it.
I see
I can kind of see it. I'm gonna get my water.
You get your water.
All right, let's play a little. It's so Latin of you. So Latin. Ooh.
Oh.
All right. I like that theme song. This is Two Dudes.
One bass.
I'm Steve Araujo from the Bass Hang.
Howard Ulyate from Ulyate Instruments.
There we go. And bringing you a very, very cool, kind of an iconic instrument in the world of boutique basses, in the beginnings of boutique basses. This is a Pedulla MVP 5 fretted, made by Mike Pedulla. And this bass, I'm very fortunate to just have this on loan. It's a friend of mine's father's bass who, back in the day, ran bands, played in a bunch of bands. He's probably owned every boutique bass, and this is the one he kept. He got rid of a lot of stuff. So this is on loan. He still plays a little bit, but he trusted me with it, and we're kind of getting it set up.
What is this?
1990 Pedulla MVP 5 from 1990.
90.
Yeah, he bought it. I'm pretty sure he bought it brand new, so it's bone stock. I mean, it's beautiful. And in the world of boutique basses, this was made in 1990 by one of the kind of, grandfathers, forefathers,
You say that for sure.
whatever, of boutique building. So there was Mike Pedulla, Ken Smith, Michael Tobias,
Stuart Spector.
And then before you had like the Carl Thompsons and the Alembics, and this is kind of second wave. But in the 90s, you couldn't find basses like this. You had to really...
Oh, there was nothing.
Right?
There was Tobias and there was Pedulla.
Pedulla.
For like 5-string, if you want to find a 5-string bass.
Ken Smith.
Ken Smith.
Yeah.
But Ken Smith, I don't know, you couldn't just go to the store and
No.
well, you couldn't go to the store and see any of those basses,
Yeah.
really.
You would see Bass Player Magazine, you just drool over the basses, like, oh, Mark Egan playing the Pedulla or whoever, was the guy, and then you'd have to go up to either Bass Center and then Bass Exchange, which we made pilgrimages to
that was a big,
back in the day, and that was a big trip to...
It was a good day to go get to see all that.
Very, very cool. So yeah, play it a little bit. So the electronics are bone stock. Bartolini preamp, Bartolini PJ pickup,
So what do we have? Volume?
master volume.
Master volume. And we have a pan pot here, which is noisy.
Yeah. Eventually it'll probably have to be
Replace it.
replaced. But
So that's bridge.
yeah, bridge,
Neck pickup.
neck pickup, yeah.
So we have a treble.
Okay, boost and cut, center little tones.
Yeah.
Cool.
And a bass. Same thing. Cut.
And
Boost and then flat.
Bartolini J pickup, Bartolini P bass pickup.
And I'm assuming there's a Bartolini preamp in this thing as well.
I think so. I think it came with Bartolini preamp, yeah. And
Shallow tuners.
shallow tuners, shallow bridge. You couldn't. There were only a few people making 5-string bridges back in the day, and Schaller was used quite a bit. I had a Tobias from about '92 that had the Schaller stuff on it too. So a little closer spacing, maybe 18 mil, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, you can still adjust it a little bit farther out, but when I got the bass, it was really set up kind of badly. So we've been kind of working on it, getting it set up so that when we get it back to Ray, it'll be nice and playable. It'll play really well. And talk about the truss rod adjustment.
Yes,
It's very
truss rod
cool.
actually works quite well in this thing. We had to adjust it because it was a little bit.
It was bowed. It was like this. So yeah.
So the trick with Pedulla is that they use their proprietary truss rod, which uses a tool. You have to order this tool from them if you don't have it, but you just give them the serial number of your bass, and it'll tell you what era of truss rod this has, and you can adjust it. Looks like something that your school teacher would tune an auto harp with.
And actually, the truss rod looks like a drum lug. It's a four-sided nut, so almost like a drum lug. And yeah, and I actually contacted Pedulla, and I have a little what is it? Pedulla Care package maintenance kit on order. So you will have that, which is kind of cool. So next time you have to do any adjustments, you'll have all the stuff.
It's just great that they, after all these years, they still support their instruments.
Yeah. Well, Mike Pedulla is still he's the guy building the basses. And this model, the MVP, I think he only makes 3 models. He makes the MVP, which looks like this, fretted and fretless, Thunder Bass, the Thunder Bass, and the Rapture. So he's stuck to his guns, man, and it's paid off. I mean, these are very sought after, even still, and the fretless models are even more sought after.
Yeah.
Because he does this, he puts like a finish, a clear
sort
finish.
of resin coating.
Resin coating, yeah. And he was like one of the first guys to do that commercially back in the day. So yeah, brass nut,
ebony fingerboard.
yeah, and frets are in great shape too. Frets are in great shape. It is 2 flame maple body wings. I think, and this is solid flame maple body wings together with maple, and then a flame maple stringer in the middle, and the cavity is cut out
Big
from
cover. Yeah.
It's just great, man. And the neck feels good. What does the neck remind you of? Does it remind you of any other bass?
I can't really say. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of its own thing. It's a little bit wider at this spot. at
Yeah, the nut. It's a little wider at the nut, and kind of consistent throughout. Yeah.
And what's nice about this too, it's all maple construction, but not. It doesn't weigh 20 pounds.
No.
It's still kind of
Nine-ish, 9.5.
It's not going to break your back at the gig. Those strings are probably 10 years old.
The strings are really old. Yeah, it's just great. Here's bass and treble boosted a little bit. And I'm impressed that the bass sounds this good through my favorite amplifier. That amplifier is just my favorite.
It's the amp of doom.
It's the amp of doom. And the bass still sounds good through it, so that's a good thing. And then there's bridge. And then neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that tone pot will have to be changed
We'll have to change
one
that.
day, but we'll get that happening. But it's just really, really great. And now it's set up even better. When I got it, the bridge was just all messed up. So we'll get it even, playing a little bit better. So, man, what else about this bass? It has some good markings. Like it's a well-loved bass. It's not one of those. Yeah, it's well played, right? It's not one of those basses just sat in a closet.
This is a tool, not an object of desire.
Yeah, which is great. And then I notice also, here's the 12th fret. Here's my strap. Usually when the strap button is behind the 12th fret, like by the 14th or 15th fret, I'm always feeling like I have to reach for the low C
kind
or
of
low
shifted
F.
out this way.
Yeah, it's almost like the instrument shifted. Yeah, exactly. But this feels really comfortable, even with the strap buttons being here. So that's pretty cool, because generally when that happens, I always feel like the instrument's shifted out. So I don't know if that's, probably on purpose, the way he set this up, or I don't know. It just feels
ergonomic design.
Yeah, it just feels great, and definitely closer finger spacing than I'm used to, or that my personal taste. But it's still totally playable, man. Yeah, it is really nice, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just a nice piece of. Let's show the fine folks at home.
Here's the
up
headstock.
close. Headstock.
This bass belongs to, in case you're wondering,
Ray.
Ray.
That's Ray's bass.
Nice ebony fingerboard.
Yeah.
And you can see the flame maple figuring on the back.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
in the front.
Kind of that famous Pedulla kind of bluish green that he's kind of really well known for. So
And the matching control cover.
yeah, it's
nice. That's a nice little touch, as opposed to just putting a piece of plastic on there.
it's incredible. That just goes to show you, just excellent workman. Luthiery skills.
And the plating on the hardware, surprisingly,
For the amount it was played,
for how old this is.
Yeah.
Usually you'd see the plating would be all pitted and
silvery,
green,
or like weird,
disgusting, and you won't touch it.
This definitely, you can see the,
It's a little
these
bit
were
worn
used,
off.
a little bit worn,
Strap
but
buttons.
yeah, man, it's a good bass. That's the
And look how well, like the contouring is done. You can tell this is all
hand.
beautifully sanded by hand.
Yeah, and I believe Mike Pedulla, he's been doing
hands
it.
made this instrument.
Hands made this instrument. Yeah. Yeah, I looked on his
Back
website.
of the
And it's,
headstock. The gold tuners.
yeah, it's just elegant instrument.
Yeah.
You know, it needed a little love, so now it's you know, we're getting her back up to 2017 standards. But yeah, it's a great piece of bass history that we're geeking out on. So
Yeah.
All right. Anything else about it? Oh, you know, it's one of those shapes that is kind of really, you know, left to center that actually works.
Yeah.
And I like it. You know, it's yeah. I just dig the body style. The contours is very, very cool. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously, I mean, he's been at it for, you know, 30 years, 40 years, whatever it's been, and it's still working for him. He's still making stuff. So pretty amazing. Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Love it.
Anything else?
I think we've covered it.
1990 bone stock Pedulla MVP 5-string fretted bass. Just beautiful. Cool. All right. Steve Arajo from the Bass Hang.
Howard Ulyate.
Ulyate Instruments.
That's
There you
right.
go. Ulyate Instruments. Two Dudes, One Bass, featuring the Pedulla. We're gonna go 3D right now. We're gonna go
Enjoy.
again. We're going
Spaceship's gonna come flying
spaceship flying by. Pedulla. We should have some bass music in the background, but we're not that pro yet. We will.
We'll get some bass music. We'll cue that.
Have the bass dancers,
Can you
the
fly
bass
that
music.
in?
We'll fly it in
Fly it in.
and raise
As the
bass.
bass flies by the camera.